This is an example of one of the problems that we talked about in class today. In class, we were continuing to solve systems of equations by substitution, and we worked with a word problem. In the word problem, it says, in one day, the National Civil Rights Museum in Memphis, Tennessee, admitted 321 adults and children. It doesn't say how many of each, just a total of 321. And it says that they collected $1,590. We can use a system of equations to figure out how many total adults and children attended with this last piece of information, that it was $6 per adult and that it's $4 per child. In order to make this work, we need to establish some variables, and in class we said, well, it makes sense to say let A equal the number of adults. It's not just adults, we need to be specific. The specific part here is that A equals the number of adults. And that means C is going to be the number of children, because we don't know how many children there are, we don't know how many adults there are. Well, A is the number of adults, C is the number of children. That means one of our equations is A plus C is 321. Because the total number is 321. We also know it's $6 per adult and $4 per child. So if we want to know how much money we got from all the adults, it would be $6 times the number of adults. And if it's $4 per child, it's $4 times the number of children, which is C. Well, if we add both of those numbers up, that gives us the total amount collected. And in this problem, it's 1,590. Now, looking at this problem, we can get one of our variables by itself, and it's easier to get the A or C by itself in equation 1. That gives us 321 minus C. We want to plug that in everywhere we see A. So I'm going to rewrite that here. This is 6 times 321 minus C plus 4C is still going to equal 1590. The only thing we did is we substituted in 321 minus C everywhere that we see A. Now we just have one variable in there. We just do our math. So we have 1926 minus 6C plus 4C is 1590. Go ahead and combine your like terms. You get 1926 minus 2C is 1590. That means 2C is equal to 1590 minus 1926, which gives us negative 336. That means C, a negative divided by a negative, is going to be a positive 186. Excuse me, 168. So we know that there's 168 children. We take that and plug it into one of our original equations up here at the top. Well, we know the number of adults is 321 minus the number of children. There's my 168. I can illustrate that by highlighting here that C is 168. There's my 168. That was C. So the total number of adults is 321 minus 168. And that gives us 153 adults. You could check your work by putting these into the original equations and double check that you have solved this system of equations.